The first contact wasn't what humanity expected. When the Velker fleet appeared in Earth's orbit, their colossal ships, like city-sized monoliths, darkened the skies. Messages beamed from their vessels in cold, metallic tones declared humanity's inferiority. They claimed dominion over countless star systems, boasting advanced technologies and weapons that had subjugated entire galaxies. Earth, to them, was just another insignificant conquest. The Velker's arrogance was palpable when they demanded Earth's surrender. Humanity's response was anything but compliant. In a hastily arranged meeting aboard the Velker flagship, human diplomats presented a united front. Beside them stood military personnel carrying what looked to be old-fashioned projectile weapons. The Velker emissaries, towering figures with crystalline exoskeletons, could barely contain their laughter. "Is this a joke?" one of the aliens sneered, pointing at the human soldiers. "These toys will defend your planet? Your ancestors from centuries ago might have impressed us more." The humans didn't react to the mockery. Instead, General Thorne, leader of the United Earth Defense Force, calmly replied, "Sometimes the simplest tools are the most effective. Shall we demonstrate?" The Velker, amused, invited the humans to a demonstration on the barren surface of Mars. They expected a pathetic display of Earth's inadequacy, and their warriors gathered to watch. The Velker had brought their own weapons, sleek devices capable of disintegrating targets in milliseconds. Their soldiers strutted confidently, daring the humans to compete. When the humans arrived, they carried their so-called primitive weapons. They appeared unimpressive compared to the Velker's armament, old-fashioned rifles and cannons outfitted with crude modifications. The aliens couldn't stop jeering as General Thorne directed his troops into position. The demonstration began with the Velker showcasing their prowess. A soldier fired a weapon that disintegrated a towering boulder in a flash of light, leaving nothing but a faint shimmer in the air. The crowd erupted in applause, their crystalline faces glowing with smug pride. Then it was humanity's turn. The first human soldier aimed a modified rifle at a target drone, and as the trigger was pulled, the weapon emitted a deep, resonating hum. A pulse of energy rippled outward, striking the drone and vaporizing it in an instant. The Velker's amusement faded slightly. The demonstration escalated when one of humanity's cannons was wheeled into position. It looked like something from an ancient war movie, bulky and outdated. The Velker openly mocked it, calling it a relic of a forgotten age. But as the cannon fired, the atmosphere changed. The projectile, glowing with an eerie, unstable energy, soared into the air before splitting into dozens of smaller bursts that targeted multiple Velker drones simultaneously. Each drone was obliterated in an explosion of light. The ground trembled, and a visible shockwave rippled through the alien observers. The laughter stopped. What is that?" a Velker officer stammered, their crystalline body quivering. "Our primitive weapons," General Thorne replied with a faint smile. "You see, simplicity isn't weakness. It's adaptability." What the Velker didn't know was that humanity had spent decades preparing for the possibility of alien contact. Their weapons, though appearing outdated, were built using principles of energy manipulation that Velker technology hadn't encountered. They combined raw kinetic power with experimental plasma infusion techniques, creating projectiles that disrupted advanced shielding systems. The Velker attempted to salvage their pride, challenging the humans to a combat trial. A squad of Velker soldiers, armed with their finest equipment, faced off against a group of human troops. The battlefield was a wasteland of rocks and craters, perfect for testing. The Velker charged, firing their energy-based weapons, but to their shock, the human soldiers used their surroundings to deflect and evade. When the humans fired back, their primitive weapons tore through Velker armor like it was paper. The crystalline warriors fell one by one, unable to comprehend how their superior technology was being outmatched. By the end of the trial, the Velker were in full retreat. Their fleet, once a symbol of dominance, began pulling out of Earth's orbit. They left behind a simple message: "We underestimated you." This will not happen again. Humanity, victorious yet wary, stood united. Their victory wasn't just a triumph of technology, but a testament to their resilience, creativity, and refusal to be dismissed. From that day, the galaxy learned a harsh truth. Earth's weapons might look primitive, but when humans pulled the trigger, they rewrote the rules of war. The Velker's retreat marked more than just the end of a single encounter. It was the dawn of humanity's recognition in the cosmos. News of the battle spread across the galaxy, and alien civilizations that had once dismissed Earth as insignificant began to reconsider their assumptions. Humans, it seemed, had a knack for turning the odds in their favor, wielding ingenuity like a weapon. The United Earth Defense Force didn't celebrate their victory for long. They knew the Velker would return, likely with more advanced strategies and a thirst for vengeance. But humanity was ready. The encounter had proven a critical truth. Survival wasn't about having the most advanced technology. It was about how you used what you had. Humanity poured its efforts into refining the very weapons the Velker had mocked, pushing their designs further while staying true to their deceptively primitive roots. The lessons learned from Mars forged a stronger sense of unity among Earth's nations, and even as they prepared for future battles, humans reached out to the stars, seeking alliances with other species who had once suffered under the Velker. In time, the phrase primitive weapons became a badge of honor. It symbolized not weakness, but the unyielding spirit of a species that thrived under pressure. The Velker's laughter had been silenced, replaced by a galaxy-wide respect and a healthy dose of fear. As General Thorne once said, standing before a gathering of human and alien allies alike, "We may not have been born among the stars, but make no mistake, we are their equal. And we've just pulled the trigger on our destiny.